Hello, grade 8 learners. This is Teacher Lay and I'll be guiding you as you continue your learning journey in mathematics for the 6th week of the first quarter. So this video presentation is all about writing the linear equation ax plus by equals c in the form y equals mx plus b and vice versa. For the most essential learning competency, the learner writes the linear equation ax plus by equals c in the form y equals mx plus b and vice versa. So at the end of the lesson, you are expected to first distinguish standard form of linear equations from slope-intercept form. Second, write linear equation ax plus by equals c in the form y equals mx plus b and vice versa. Third, identify the slope and the y-intercept given a linear equation in two variables. And last, relate the forms of linear equation in two variables in real-life situations. By the way, what is the linear equation in two variables? So, the linear equation in two variables is a first-degree polynomial equation and can be written in two forms, so the standard form and the slope-intercept form. So what is the standard form of the linear equation in two variables? So this can be written as ax plus by equals c, where a, b, and c are real numbers and a and b are not both equal to 0. And for the slope-intercept form, this can be written as y equals to mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept, and m and b are real numbers. Let's take a closer look at the standard form of the linear equation and two variables. So here, a and b are real numbers and c is the constant. So, it has x and y terms together on one side and the constant is isolated on the other side. The exponent of x or y variable should be 1 and the equation has no xy term. How about the slope-intercept form of the linear equation and two variables? So, y equals mx plus b, m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So this is an equation that readily gives the slope and the y-intercept of a graph. And now, let us classify each linear equation as an equation written in standard form or in slope-intercept form. So for number 1, we have 4x minus y equals 6. Number 2, y equals 2x plus 4. Number 3, 2x plus y equals 9. Number 4, y equals 1 half x minus 9. Number 5, y equals 3/4 x plus 4, and number 6, 2x plus 4y equals 10. So, for number 1, that is written in standard form. How about number 2? That is written in slope-intercept form. Number 3, that is written in standard form. For number 4, that is written in slope-intercept form. And for number 5, that is also written in slope-intercept form. For number 6, we have the standard form of the linear equation. How do we rewrite standard form of linear equation to slope-intercept form? So in rewriting standard form of a linear equation to slope-intercept form, let us isolate the variable y in the left side of the equation. And to do this, we're going to apply the different properties of equality. Say for example, how do we rewrite the equation 20x minus 10y equals 30 in the form y equals mx plus b? Then determine its slope and y-intercept. So first, we have the given equation 20x minus 10y equals 30. Next, we're going to isolate the variable y to the left side of the equation by applying the addition property of equality. So in here, we're going to add negative 20x to both sides of the equation. And by applying the additive inverse, we have negative 10y equals 30 minus 20x. Next, we're going to eliminate the coefficient of negative 10y. So what are we going to do? We're going to apply the multiplication property of equality. So in here, we're going to multiply negative 1 over 10 to both sides of the equation. And by applying the multiplicative inverse, we have the equation y equals negative 3 plus 2x. And rearranging the terms of the slope-intercept form, we have y equals 2x minus 3 by the commutative property for addition. So in here, what is the slope and the y-intercept? So, since the equation is y equals 2x minus 3, the slope is 2, and the y-intercept is negative 3. Example number 2. How do we rewrite the equation 3x minus 5y equals 10 in the form y equals mx plus b? Determine its slope and y-intercept. So first step, we have the given linear equation 3x minus 5y equals 10. Next, we're going to isolate the variable y to the left side of the equation by applying the addition property of equality. So in here, we're going to add negative 3x to both sides of the equation, and by simplification, we have to cancel out 3x and negative 3x. So what's left on the left side of the equation is negative 5y, and for the right side, we have 10 minus 3x, or simply negative 3x plus 10 by the commutative property. So, we're going to eliminate the numerical coefficient of negative 5y by applying the multiplication property of equality. So in here, we're going to multiply negative 1/5 to both sides of the equation. So, negative 1/5 times negative 5y gives us y, since negative 1 times negative 5 is 5, divided by 5 is 1. And for the right side of the equation, negative 1/5 times negative 3x plus 10 is equal to negative 1 times negative 3x, divided by 5 is positive 3 over 5x, and negative 1 times 10 is negative 10, divided by 5 is negative 2. So therefore, we have y equals 3/5 x minus 2 by simplification. So what is the slope and the y-intercept? So the slope is obviously 3/5, and for the y-intercept, that is negative 2. Now, how do we rewrite the slope-intercept form of linear equation to standard form? So to rewrite the slope-intercept form y equals mx plus b to standard form ax plus by equals c, collect the xy terms on the left side of the equation and the constant on the right side of the equation. So to do this, we're going to apply the different properties of equality. Say for example, how do we rewrite the equation y equals negative x plus 4 in the form ax plus by equals c? So first, we have the given equation y equals negative x plus 4. Next, we're going to apply the addition property of equality to collect the xy terms on the left side of the equation. So we have y plus x is equal to negative x plus 4. And by the additive inverse, we have y plus x is equal to 0 plus 9, since negative x plus x is equal to 0. So 0 plus 9 is equal to 9 by the identity property for addition, so we have y plus x is equal to 9. And applying the commutative property for addition, we have x plus y is equal to 9, and x plus y equals 9 is now in standard form. Example number 2. How do we rewrite the equation y equals 1/2 x plus 3 in the form ax plus by equals c? So we have the given equation y equals 1/2 x plus 3, and we're going to remove the denominator 2 by applying the multiplication property of equality. So in here, we're going to multiply 2 to both sides of the equation. So we have 2 times y is 2y, 2 times 1/2 x is x, and 2 times 3 is equal to 6 by simplification. And we're going to collect the xy terms on the left side of the equation and constant to the right side of the equation. So we're going to apply the addition property of equality. So in here, we're going to add negative x to both sides of the equation. So we have 2y minus x is equal to 6. And by applying the commutative property, we have negative x plus 2y equals 6. And we're going to make the first term positive by multiplying negative 1 to both sides of the equation. So negative 1 times negative x is x, negative 1 times 2y is negative 2y, and negative 1 times 6 is negative 6. So by simplification, we have x minus 2y equals negative 6, and that is already the standard form of the equation y equals 1/2 x plus 3. Example number 3. Jane's mother asked her to buy pear and orange in the market. Each pear costs 20 pesos and each orange costs 10 pesos. She was told by her mother to spend exactly 50 pesos. Let x represents the number of pears and y represents the number of oranges she bought. First, write an equation in standard form modeling the situation, and second, using your answer in number 1, rewrite the equation in slope-intercept form. Here's the solution for number 1 and number 2. So for number 1, since each pear costs 20 pesos, the coefficient for x should be 20. And since each orange costs 10 pesos, the coefficient for y should be 10. If the total cost is exactly 50 pesos, then we set the sum of these two costs to 50 pesos. So we have 20x plus 10y is equal to 50. And for number 2, we're going to rewrite 20x plus 10y equals 50 in slope-intercept form. So we have the given equation 20x plus 10y is equal to 50. Next, we're going to eliminate 20x on the left side of the equation by applying the addition property of equality. So adding negative 20x to both sides of the equation, we have 10y equals 50 minus 20x by the additive inverse. Next, we're going to eliminate the coefficient of 10y on the left side of the equation by applying the multiplication property of equality. So we're going to multiply 1 over 10 to both sides of the equation. So we have 1 over 10 times 10y is equal to y, since 1 times 10y divided by 10 is equal to y. And for the right side of the equation, 1 times 50 is 50 divided by 10 is 5. 1 times negative 20x equals negative 20x divided by 10 equals negative 2x. So we have y equals 5 minus 2x. And applying the commutative property, we have y equals negative 2x plus 5. So y equals negative 2x plus 5 is now the slope-intercept form of the given equation. Answer activity number 1. Choose the letter of the correct answer for each item and write them on your answer sheet. Question number 1. The standard form of the equation of a line is ax plus by equals c. Which of the following equations is written in standard form? A. X plus 5y equals 6. B. 2 plus y equals 5. C. Negative 2y equals x plus 2. Or D. 3y equals 2x plus 8. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. Time's up. The correct answer is letter A, and you are correct. Question number 2. Which of the following equations below is written in slope-intercept form? A. 4x minus 3y equals 10. B. Y equals negative 2/3 x plus 5. C. X equals 2y minus 6. Or D. X plus y equals 8. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. Time's up. The correct answer is letter B, and you are correct. Question number 3. In the equation y equals negative 2x plus 6, what is the slope? A. Negative 2, B. Negative 1, C. 6, D. Negative 1/3. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. Time's up. The correct answer is letter A, and you are correct. Number 4. In a boutique, each shirt represented by the letter S costs 80 pesos and each pair of pants represented by the letter P costs 150 pesos. If you are going to spend exactly 1,000 pesos, which of the following equation is standard form model this situation? A. 80S plus 150P equals 1,000. B. 150S plus 80P equals 1,000. C. 150S plus 80P equals 1,000. Or D. S plus P equals 1,000. And you have 5 seconds to answer the question. Time's up. The correct answer is letter A. 80S plus 150P equals 1,000. Did you get it, learners? Number 5. April is buying a pizza. The pizza costs 350 pesos plus 45 pesos for each additional topping. Which function correctly models the amount April will pay in Y pesos if she will have an additional X toppings? A. Y equals 350X plus 45. B. Y equals negative 350X plus 45. C. Y equals negative 45X plus 350. Or D. Y equals 45X plus 350. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. Time's up. The correct answer is letter D. Y equals 45X plus 350. Did you get the correct answer? Amazing! Well, that's all for today about writing the linear equation ax plus by equals c in the form y equals mx plus b and vice versa. I hope you learned something. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.